Alright, y'all. Here we go. Got the new fucking Dobro. Tweak on the EQ a little bit. Sucker's still falling out of tune. I mean, I just got it last night, and I just tuned it. Yeah, gotta finger the girl a little bit. Tweak it. I got the EQ thing over here, so get the idea. It's the fucking cheapest Dobro. It's the Pyle. In many ways, it ain't even as good as the Rogue one I had. The Rogue I had was the best balance between paying for a cheap Dobro and getting one that acted good. But for the Rogue, even though the base Dobro was built better, I had to add my own electrics. And my electric pickup was a little lacking. This one, I kind of find it to be the opposite. The pickup in it's excellent. Hot as shit out of the amp, which is bottom line what counts. Acoustically, though, played through a microphone, this one ain't as chunky, ain't as rich. It's got a little more distortion in the cone is the bottom line. Like they purposely made it fuzzy. Even when you're playing it acoustic, it sounds like you're going through an amp with a fuzz. So, I don't know what to say about the Pyle. It's alright. I'm going to do a few mods probably. I seen a video where... Damn, I hung out in fucking Redneckville too long, huh? I saw a video where a woman bought one of these cheap ones. She did complain about it and everything as far as its weaknesses, but she took it apart and showed where they run the wire through the cone so that the wire itself fucking vibrates, which, first off, you got to put a bushing around that, aka some plastic glue. And she said also there's fucking part of the wire, they actually taped it to the back of the cone. That's what the extra fuzz is. I know there's something on this cone. I can hear it. The extra fuzz that's here, it ain't as bad now that it's broken in some, but still, there's something, to this cone. It's bottom line, I gotta get that fucking wire up off of there and the rattle. I knew better when I put my electrics in not to put rattling shit up against my cone. Because that's your aluminum speaker cone. Passive radiator. I'm talking technical and just rambling, but like I said, it's a nice guitar for a cheap guitar. It needs a little work. It's not got the totally lifted nut like my other one was. My other one was a square neck and had the totally lifted nut, which meant it was only for lap steel. This one, it's got a high action, but you can still pinch the strings down here as long as you use a little force on them. So what I would probably do is put slinkier strings on this, like thin electrics. That would help that. I want to raise the height, but on the other hand, now that I'm learning that I can pinch this off like I've been doing, since I've been doing that a lot on my electric now, playing with the open tuning, but without a slide. This way I can play with both a slide and nut. So I'm going to get that nut extender I noticed that they sell that you can put on and take off easily. So that way, if and when I want to raise it, I can. And if I don't like it, I can take it off. So I'm not going to permanently pull the nut off and put a higher nut. That's what I originally was going to do with this. I know it would help if I'd show it on the camera. But like I said, it's alright. The resonator cones are pieces of crap. I mean, right out of the box. This was gassed off of it underneath the thing, like the chrome finish. It's like aluminum with chrome plating on it. When I unboxed it, this whole area of paint was fucking like fuzzed up and hazed with stuff that I immediately wiped off because it looked like chemical car waxy shit, and that's what it was. The places where the finish came off of these. So I have my, my complaints about it. It's off of Amazon. Amazon sells it. It's Pyle. It ran cheaper than the Rogue did. So I mean, it is, you get what you pay for. But it's got the electric, see? So on one hand, it's got that. So because of that, I'm gonna build on it as far as getting in there and doing the modifications. Which means I got to take this fucker apart. I hate that. This, because these are so messed up, I might either take these off and have them replated. That'd be the best way to go. Or see what guitar shops sell the real freaking cone resonators, for good guitars where this chrome and shit is real and not aluminum underneath. And, add a few good components to it. Because the resonator is a real chrome resonator. They just messed it up by running the wire through it and taping to it. So I got to fix that. That'll give it its proper sound. This here, is more cosmetic than anything. But yeah, just on principle, these cheap plastic things got to come out of here and get a beautiful looking one on here. If I'm going to dress it up. Freaking chip out of this, like right out of the box. There was a splinter out of one of these triple holes here. So once again, I either got to fix it or, it's a nick. I ain't sweating it, but I am saying what you get out of the box, what you pay for. Other than that, it's a beautiful instrument. The finish around the back and shit is beautiful, but it's rough in places. There's where the jack is. Neck is nice and everything. Tuners are decent. They're the ones I know too that are probably aluminum underneath and chrome on the top. But I mean, they look like good tuners. You know, it's got a good look. The Pyle, what is it? Pyle and then PyleUSA.com up on the headstock. So I'll probably take that off and custom do my headstock any dang way. I don't know. I mean, Pyle, I bought amps from back in the day, and for DJ amps and shit, as poor boy but kick-ass amps, I believe in Pyle. So for that, I'd actually leave this on this instrument. But to be honest, Pyle, you ain't quite got it right. You're almost there. It's, you know, you sell this instrument kind of 90% where it needs to be out of the box. But yeah, you gotta fix the shit with this here. Because if a woman's already complained about it on YouTube, y'all seen the video. That needs to be fixed. Y'all rolling it off the shelf like that. This here is BS. Okay, you got to do something about that. I'd rather you've just did aluminum there and left the chrome off it if it's, you know, something that's going to come off. I'm making you aware of this, you know. That little chip there, I mean, your fit and finishes ain't quite, you know, right. You might have not rushed a little there. That's what I mean. Those couple of little things would have differentiated this from, you know, behaving like an expensive guitar would. It's not much to fixing it up and trimming it up and making it nice. So, for the, what was it, 169 bucks? I mean, come on, you're talking 169 bucks for a freaking guitar with the 3-band EQ and electric in it. So yeah, everything's got to lack somewhere. In the case it is, it's like they use a lot of the components like would have been in the Rogue guitar, but I guess in putting the electrics in and having to churn out the same product for cheaper, they roll it a little faster on the line, and that did shit like the chip in the thing and the yeah, the corners they cut on the two, whatever. I'm repeating myself. Have a good morning, y'all. I'm ranting. Enjoy.